yeah, after that Ukraine gig, when we got all drunk, we said, yeah, we should do some gigs. We should just have fun, you know. 3 guys behind the decks partying and having fun was actually super fun. And so from the beginning, from the start, it was just having fun. We didn't see, you know, any music coming out or any, you know, brand or anything. And I know that when there was this blog in Sweden, forum or something, which they said, blah, 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 who the fuck do they think they are, Swedish House Mafia? And I said, that's exactly what we are. And from that day on, I think, you know, let's make a song together, all 3 of us. And we're like, okay. And Leiberg Luke was in Stockholm, because we had this thing with him that he came to Stockholm once a year and made music with us. And we made Leave the World Behind. Axel had this vocal from Deborah Cox. So we actually cut out, like, leave the world behind you from, like, a verse or something. So it didn't make sense. She's like, what have you done to my vocal? We're like, we thought it was better like this. She's like, okay, but I don't like it. And then, you know, we released the record and, yeah.
So it's been an incredible journey just with Swedish House Mafia. Looking back at those years, what is your biggest takeaway from it?
I mean, the whole thing, I guess, you know. I mean, we've been on tour for 4 or 5 months. It's just, you know, I still feel like I'm on tour. I couldn't, you know.
Yeah. You miss it?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's over. I'm happy. You know, everybody that does a tour, I guess, is just happy when it's over. You work really hard. You sleep. You don't sleep. And you know, you're with each other every day. So, yeah, I miss, yes and no.
Yeah. So let's talk more about you and how you work, because I'm really interested. I've seen some things on YouTube, and of course I saw the Swedish House Mafia documentary as well. I'm really curious, like, how do you work when you are going into the studio? Do you already have an idea, or are you a person that goes into the studio such as tinkering around with beats or melodies? How do you work?
In the beginning, when I started making music, I was just listening to sounds and trying to get an inspiration from the sound or something. But now, when we have so limited time, we need to speak about the music before we make it, actually. Like, so what do we want to do? Okay, we want to do a song that makes me feel like this, and it needs to, you know, have something with this to do. And that's the best way, I guess, to tickle the creativity, to like speak about the music. I really want to make a song that, you know, then you go into the studio and you have the idea already, and then you just try to fulfill your, you know, your vision, I guess. And but we all are different when we work in the studio. I mean, Alesso has his way of making music, and I have my way, and Axel has his way. But, you know, we make one demo, and then it takes forever to finish it, because we want to try this sound in 80 different sounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for Greyhound, for example, it took 8 months to finish it. We weren't happy until, you know, the last little lead sound that was going on, and that was actually 20 minutes before it went to mastering.
Wow.
Yeah, we were like, there's something missing here, there's something missing here. We were singing like something like, and I made this thing, and it sucked so bad. Axel's like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. I tried to, you know, figure out what he was singing. And then he's like, no, I think it should be something like this. And then he played it to me. We were in the studio in Australia. I'm like, wait, mute the sound again? I'm like, did we think this was finished? Like, put that on, wrap it up, and send it to mastering. So.
Yeah. How do you, well, that leads me then to the question, how do you know when a track is done? Because when you work with technology, I mean, you can make the track, you can tweak it as long as you want.
Correct. We never know it's done. We ask each other, I guess, like, what do you think? Like, I think it's great. Okay, then it's done.
Yeah.
You know, I never think it's done.
So do you, besides from your friends in Swedish House Mafia, do you have somebody that you would go to ask? And, hey, can you listen to this? Do you
yeah,
think,
I have Axel, because we stay in the same studio. We just have a window. We see each other every day. And he comes into my room and is like, yeah, listen, what do you think about this? I'm like, yeah, I think you should change this. And then he comes back into his room, like, what do you think about this? And so me and Axel, we bounce ideas all the time.
Yeah. How important is technology in your process?
I guess it's very important, because, I mean, otherwise we couldn't make music. We are people that try to make music. We're not real musicians, you know. That's what we want to be, you know. So technology is very important, but I'm less of a computer nerd than maybe Axel. He has every plugin, ever since. He needs to upgrade it all the time, update everything all the time. And if I don't, you know, he's like, why did you upgrade this and that? For me, it's more like working on melodies and having something going on, and then, you know, starting using the technology.
When you work, I'm curious, because one thing I think that Swedish House Mafia did was really raise the bar when it comes to the show. I mean, I've seen the show, I saw your last show, and it just blew my mind. I've never seen something like that ever before. So when you were working in the studio, do you think how that visually could work? How this would work in front of a crowd, and how, you know, what videos you could use, what pyrotechnics you could use?
Yeah, we're super involved in